Alright, basically carrying on from the last video, we back, Goodfella Sports TV. Y'all know what the business is, your boy CJ Goodfella. Salute to all the brothers that's making donations to the channel. You can donate, link in the description. Shout out to everybody that's sharing the channel. That's more important to me, man. Continue to share the videos, man. That's the best donation you can make. Share the videos with people that talk boxing, talk sports. We trying to push for 10,000 subs, man. We going along before the end of 2019. Help your boy reach it. Share the videos, man. Subscribe. You got multiple accounts. Help your boy out. Subscribe on all of them. Definitely appreciate it, man. We putting in work, all right? All right, man. We talked about it a little today in the Keith Thurman video I did earlier, a little bit in the live stream video. Determined that I should, give a full video on it. And I believe we won't probably get an undisputed fight with all 4 titles on the line probably until 2021, I believe. Keith Thurman today said, he would take a Pacquiao fight over a Sean Porter fight. And I believe if that's the case, if Pacquiao want to negotiate with Keith Thurman, after they get done fighting, he's going to fight Adrian Broner, I think, in February. Keith Thurman's going to fight Josito Lopez January 26th. And if they come back and, he tries to negotiate a Pacquiao fight and that happens, which I'm not saying that's going to be the case, well, you might, Sean Porter ain't going to fight Errol Spence. Not this year, I don't believe. He going to fight Andre Berto, and then we move on to 2020. If Keith Thurman was to get a Pacquiao fight, Keith Thurman is done. Trust me. I don't believe Keith Thurman is going to come back and try to fight for all the belts. He's going to take another long vacation. You got to remember, Keith Thurman has not fought twice, at least more than once in a year, at least twice, since 2015, I believe. He fought Sean in 2016, didn't fight again that year. He fought Danny Garcia in 2017, didn't fight again that year. Didn't fight in 2018. So, come 2019, it's been 4 years since Keith Thurman fought multiple times in a year. So, history tell, man, just common sense tell you, if he get a Pacquiao fight this year and fight twice, you ain't going to see Keith Thurman again. They got to strip Keith Thurman that belt. And it seems like that's something hard for the WBA to do. All right? So, in that scenario, if that's the case, with Keith Thurman, then, Sean Porter ain't fighting Errol Spence this year. I can tell you that. So, I don't think under no circumstances, man, because it's a roadblock in the road, all right? But, that's in that scenario, let's say Keith and Sean do fight next. Okay, they fight. Then, Keith Thurman probably is going to have to fight Andre Berto after that. Okay, that won't happen until 2020. He ain't fighting 3 times in 1 year, neither Sean or Keith. All right. So either or, if they fight, or it ain't gonna put Errol Spence fight until 2020. Okay, and that's probably gonna be the end of 2020. Okay, but then Keith and Earl or Sean to fight for the 3 titles. Then you talking 2021 versus Terrence Crawford, and that's if that fight can be negotiated. So hypothetically, at this point, we talking about 3 years from now, the PBC title holder that holds 3 titles will fight Terrence Crawford. Crawford will be about 3 years from now. Crawford will be about 34, 33 years old. So at this point, you seeing, well, Keith Thurman should have went up by now. He'll probably be 31, 32 years old. Spence will probably be 30, 31 years old. Sean Porter around the same age. These are guys that should have got multiple titles a title in multiple weight classes by then. Instead, by 2020, 2021, they'll still be at the welterweight division, hammering some shit out that could have been done. You know what? And back in the old days, when these dudes fought 3 or 4 times a year, this could have been hammered out within a year. But we waiting since 2017, 2018, 2019, nothing gonna happen. Especially if Keith Thurman get injured to take the Pacquiao fight. Then you wait 2020, then 2021. At the earliest, I believe 2021, you'll get the undisputed welterweight clash. By that time, it's gonna be so many mandatories in the way and all this in the way. At the end of the day, I absolutely don't see the undisputed clash coming, man. I don't. And that's why I was one of those guys that promoted like Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford need to go ahead and just fight in the Fans Lineal Championship fight. And people so conditioned and brainwashed in this sport of boxing to believe, well, it got to be a mega fight. They got to let the fight build. Fuck all that building that fight up, man. Seriously. Ain't nothing to build up. Go ahead and fight. You build your base by fighting them type of fights. because Errol Spence got fights ahead of him, weight classes ahead of him. Crawford didn't build his base up. It's as big as he probably gonna get right now before fighting one of them. He ain't gonna get no bigger. So it need to happen right now. It needed to happen. And if Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford don't fight, well, you're gonna have to wait till 2021, and that's 2018, 19, 20. That's 4 years. That's a whole college bachelor's career that you had to wait to get an undisputed class. That it may not happen. Somebody could get upset. Somebody can get injured. They could throw mandatories in there. Somebody can fail to make weight. So at the end of the day, they going to waste 4 years of your time waiting and supporting these fighters to get the fight that you want. And then at a point in time, it may not happen. It may not happen at all. Seriously. It may get to the point where Spence might hold all the belts. Thurman might hold all the belts or whatever. And you get to negotiating with ESPN, and the leverage they really got is like, you know what? We got the last belt. Y'all need the last belt. The same leverage Deontay Wilder got on AJ. And they might say we want 50-50, but you bring it. Errol Spence said we trying to get more belts to get more leverage to bring the fight on Showtime. So it might get to the point they get to the negotiation table, and guess what? Ain't shit done. The fight can't happen. So it don't happen. So we waited 4 years to Undisputed Clash, and it gets to the negotiation table, and they can't negotiate the fight. So then, like I said in my other video I just dropped about Danny Garcia fighting the winner Adrian Broner Pacquiao. Then the makeup fight for the PBC side, if Pacquiao continue to win and don't fight Floyd, the three title holder like to fight Manny Pacquiao. The makeup for not fighting Terrence Crawford. It's so much stuff that can happen from now until 2021. Because like I said in the best case scenario, Sean Porter, Keith Thurman fight this year. They ain't fighting again. You know, then they might come take they might take a mandatory versus Andre Berto next year, in 2020. Because they had been fought twice in 2019 already. Then at the end of 2020, they'll fight Errol Spence. All right? Then 2021, now we talking about Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford. Because these dudes ain't going to fight more than twice a year, in my opinion. At least I don't believe Keith Thurman and Sean Porter will. Bud and Errol would if they could. Especially Errol. All right, then you got into the other scenario before I end this video. Like Keith Thurman said, what if he enter negotiation with Pacquiao? He must know something we don't. So if he go fight Pacquiao, Sean Porter going to fight Berto this year. He fight Pacquiao, Keith Thurman, Sean Porter fight in 2020. Then the end of 2020, you know what I'm saying? Then you got Errol Spence and probably one of the winner of Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, hypothetically, if nobody get injured or duck or still hiding from him. Or they don't relinquish their belts and move up or something or retire. You know? So then, best case scenario, he fight them. 2021, you still there with Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence. And then you get through all that. You get one title holder that hold 3 titles at PBC side. Then you got to negotiate with Ty DeBuff and Bob Arum if he's still around. You know, then you got to negotiate. It's been 4 years to make this fight. 4 years. 4 years to get to this point. 2018, 19, 20, 21. To get to this point, and then they don't meet eye to eye at the negotiation table. You know, that's why I say, man, if Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, you know, do it for the culture, do it for the history of the boxing, do it for the boxing fans, which they on PBC, most of them care about the boxing fans anyway. But just do it for the legacy and do it for the culture of boxing, man, not even for the fans. Just go ahead and fight in 2019, man. It just makes sense. Errol Spence chasing guys that don't want to fight him. So if you fight Terrence Crawford right now, forget Undisputed, man. Forget it. You fight Crawford right now, you the lineal Undisputed champion in the fans' eyes. And whoever wins that is a champ. You can move on and move up into another weight class. But like I said, man, 2021, man, you know, it's crazy, man. And that's just politics and boxing, man. These dudes don't fight 4 times a year. They don't fight 3 times a year no more. Keith Thurman ain't fought more than once since 2015 in the year. But it's Goodfellas Sports TV. Some cool water cooler talk, you know. Salute to all the brothers out there. Don't forget, we on social media, Facebook and Twitter. Both links in the description. Instrumental link in the description as well to the intro music. You can reach out to me, DM me on Facebook, Twitter, or email me any questions, video requests, or inquiries. Once again, you can make a donation. That link's in the description. Y'all know what it is. We gone.